Welcome to the third battle of Copper Hill. This scenario is entitled The High Ground, and the description is: a pair of strategically vital buildings dominates this area of the city. Each side is determined to capture them once and for all, and battle erupts as the armies converge upon them. Whoever controls these structures will have a significant advantage as the battle for the city enters the next stage of the war. So these are the two strategically important towers in this section of Copper Hill. And the Concordat, which is the name I've given to the Eldari Drukhari alliance, is facing off against their opponents today, the Death Guard. So we're going to roll to see who goes first. On a roll of 1 to 5, it will be the Concordat. On a 6, it will be the Death Guard who kicks things off. Okay, so more afterwards. After the first turn of Concordat shooting and moving, the Farseer here used Guide and Fortune onto this Wraith Knight. Had no effective shooting, but there was very good shooting from the Scourges here, the Ravagers here, this Ravager here. And we were able to eliminate two enemy Predator battle tanks, as well as a armored personnel carrier, a Rhino. So at this point, I've scored 2 points, one for area denial and one for first strike. So the score as of now is 2-0. Death Guard turn follows. The end of Death Guard turn 2 turn 1 saw the destruction of a Ravager from enemy fire, and an advance, a very quick advance of Death Guard infantry into this street and into the space between this building there. The aerial asset of the Death Guard moved over here, shot down and killed 2 Cabalite warriors here, and 2 Cabalite warriors were also killed here. So that was the end of Death Guard turn 1. We're moving on to Battle Round turn 2. This is the end of Concordat turn 2. And Rangers have deployed here and here from the reserves, and Scourges came in on the corner of the battlefield over there and there. So those two groups managed to combine fire to eliminate the enemy warlord. Fire from these two Ravagers also eliminated the enemy drone over here. Good fire from infantry in the streets from over here. Managed to whittle away a squad of Poxwalkers, just enough so that the Wraith Knight could charge from its position behind this bastion and stamp them out with its literal titanic feet. So the battlefield is as such. So this turn I'll score 1 point for having objective number 4, 1 point for Slay the Warlord. So at this point it is now 4-1, Death Guard turn 2 following. This is the end of Death Guard turn 2, and with a combination of shooting as well as mass charge from Typhus and his ill-reputed Death Shroud Terminators, they were able to kill the Wraith Knight in hand-to-hand combat. So some shooting also eliminated some Cabalite warriors here. This Cabalite warrior was rammed and survived the ram from this Rhino, and it's engaged in combat there, and everybody else has basically moved. And those guys disembarked from this Rhino. So the battlefield is as such, and the that tower is being defended by that Blight drone. So it's going to be the end of Battle Round 2, and we're going to start Battle Round. This is the end of Concordat turn 3. So despite some heavy shooting, that drone, badly damaged, remains holding that objective on that tower, and this vehicle is down to 1 wound. So the army warlord, the Archon, has rushed forward and has engaged this mob of Poxwalkers along with the Bone Singer. The Rangers here took long-range shots at a wounded enemy warlord, Captain Typhus, supported by these guys here to no effect. So the battle is looking like this. It is Concordat 4 points right now, and it's Death Guard 1, but at the end he's going to be at least 3. Alright, so following is Death Guard turn 3. Okay, so a very good turn for Death Guard follows. The Concordat Warlord falls here, buried under plague knives, kicks, power fists, and such. So he falls there along with his Bone Singer compatriot, and the board is looking like this. And it is now actually 4-4. We're going to go into battle round 4 right now. That was the end of Concordat turn 4, and they finally managed to free up that tower from shooting from Scourges, and Ravager Fire managed to destroy that badly damaged Plague Burst Crawler, and some fire injured some, took out a Plague Marine, and Poxwalkers were eliminated by small arms fire from these Kabalite warriors, as well as Kabalite warriors from here. So the battlefield is as such, with a ranger unit here. The last Kabalite warrior fell under the treads of this rhino. These guys are still holding from the very beginning of the game, where they are right now. And it's going to be bottom of turn 4. This is the end of Death Guard turn 4. And with incredible shooting as well as psychic power, the Kabalites were just completely swept away, as well as the Farseer. There was some shooting that damaged the Ravager, which is on that ruins there, and the battle is as such. So this Rhino, it tried to charge these Rangers, but failed to charge, and there was another failed charge somewhere.
The Marines?
Yes, the Marines realized that it was quite a long distance, deceptively long, to get up to that Ravager. So it is going to be battle round 5. It is Concordat turn 5. Okay, the battle is extremely bloody, especially in the center. So after some shooting and near suicidal charge, Kabalite warrior led by an Archon clone managed to take down a squad of Plague Marines. And right now, the Concordat is holding both that objective over there on that side of the city square, and this one right here. So that is the end of Concordat turn 5. It's going to be Death Guard turn 5, and they're right in the center right now. That is the end of Death Guard turn 5, and they managed to swarm into the center and completely butcher the Archon, as well as some unfortunate Kabalite warriors. And the Rhino pushed forward and fired and gunned down one of the Rangers here. This squad of Rangers is completely eliminated. They fell under some really strong psychic attacks and shooting. Miraculously, these Rangers here, cowering behind this metal sheet, managed to weather 2 plasma shots that would have normally taken them out. So we're going to roll to see if the game continues. On a roll of 1 or 2, the game will end. And the game
all up.
ends.